Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video. In this video we're going to take a quick look at Ryan, who is a promo character, and he's definitely a promo character. I don't even have to question, just based on his specialist skill. This is what he looks like as a 5-star, and this is what he looks like as a 6-star. He's got 1,953 attack, 1,411 defense, and 2,062 HP. He is an alert character and his role is tank. Now it's kind of weird that his role is tank because his stats don't really reflect that very well. I'd say they kind of missed the step there, which is very rare on promo characters. I guess this wasn't really looked at properly and they just kind of flagged it through based on the power of the rest of the character. Thought it was okay. Very rare that they make that sort of mistake. I wouldn't be surprised if that was to change, if I'm honest, to make him actually more defensive, because that attack stat is useless. He is alert, of course. We have seen a lot of fast and alert characters come through promos. I mean, I don't know why it's just always fast and alert, but whatever. We'll look at the Adrenaline Rush. It's called Ravaging Riff. It is 76 AP cost, deal 200% damage to up to 5 enemies. So obviously it attacks an entire defense team or attack team, and this way it will just at least clear Guardian Shields, and that's pretty much the primary thing that it's going to do is remove Guardian Shields. However, if a character does have a Guardian Shield, they can't be hit by the next thing, so that is the upside. You can sort of counter this with Guardian Shields. But if you don't, and you don't resist this taunt, or any of your characters have taunt resist, you're kind of screwed, because this is a 4-character taunt lock. You know, we had Priya in the 5-star world, right at the end of the 5-star world, having that confuse lock. Well, now we've got Ryan, who's got a 4-enemy taunt lock, because you get 5 AP as a defending character getting taunt attacked per character, so that's 20 per turn, so he'll get 40 after the 2 turns. You only have to attack once, and then the second turn he'd just rush again to taunt again. So it's constant taunt up on 4 characters. You're going to have to take taunt resist to even have any chance. You could potentially have focus up, but most people who are going to get Ryan are also going to have Elle, and she has a focus cleanse on, you know, the enemy. So it is really an overpowered character, and it's probably going to be the end of the 6-star era because of this, just because of, you know, if you reflect it back to the 5-star era with Priya. So this is a must-have character for probably the next month, and then, you know, you're going to have this character come in with like 8,000 stat just to one-shot this character, basically. This character also gets focus for 4 turns, just in case he wasn't already overpowered enough. I'm actually surprised this rush is this slow. 76 AP is a bit much. Normally you get sort of 66 AP on this sort of character in promos, so that is a bit weird. We'll look at the active skill. Bonus HP and AP gain. Initial cooldown of 5 and a cooldown of 2. Initial cooldown of 5 is really, really high. I know this character gains 100% bonus HP and 100% AP, but I'm not really sure what teams are going to be alive still after 5 turns. So this, I guess it's so this never happens. I guess you could say that now this is never going to happen. It's going to be a guaranteed taunt lock. Most people won't even upgrade this, so if you don't upgrade this, it has a starting cooldown of 7. So you just don't upgrade this, have the taunt lock going on for 7 turns, and you've won by them majority of the time. This character is definitely geared towards you not upgrading this active skill, leaving it alone. It is pretty much a useless active skill. And obviously he has bide, so those 4 attacks over 2 turns will most likely do 2k damage, most likely, or very close. So he'll just bide a character randomly every now and again as well. And if he doesn't need to defend to do it, it will just happen normally, as well as him gaining AP on his basic attacks to get his rush. So he'll just be basic attacking, biding, just slowly taking out your characters. Doesn't have an attached weapon either, so obviously you can put a stun gun in his hands and just taunt characters into a stun gun if you so wish. I would say that actually probably wouldn't be the way to go. I'm not really sure what sort of weapon you could do, unless you've got an actually offensive defense team, which is a lot of these characters aren't that great offensively. They're more just like, you know, the payback characters. Negan isn't that great on attack. Like his rush isn't that great. It's more annoying to actually have to force the other team to rush him. You know, force characters to actually attack Ryan, that sort of thing. So having stun gun would probably be the way not to go. I'm not really sure what weapon you could put in his hands. You could just go for a very heavy stat weapon just to give him as much HP and defense and stuff as possible. Maybe not defense, but HP. It's hard to say actually at this point. You could potentially go for an AP down weapon or something like that. I don't know. But I wouldn't say stun gun would be the best one for him, actually. So obviously, overpowered character. We are almost definitely coming towards the end of the 6-star era now, especially the Gen 2 6-star era. I mean, we've already seen what's on the horizon. And this is the sort of character that they would definitely bring out to make this a thing. I've got no doubt that there's going to be something coming out in the future to sort of make these specialist skills useless. Bide and Payback are just so powerful right now, and they're going to bring out something else in promos. Probably this Days Priya that's been circulating in terms of just nullifying specialist skills is most likely going to be the thing. So be aware that while this character looks great now, in 2 weeks could potentially just be absolutely useless when Priya comes out. But definitely an overpowered character to the wider player base who still has nothing to combat Bide, nothing to combat Payback. But hey, this is the first character to come out since the promises to the player base based on Players United. I think this is a better indication of what Scopely really think about the community. But that's it in my video, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in, and as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.